Welcome, everyone. I'm Alani Foxcroft from MF Consulting, and I'm back with Maarten Kruger from Tech Genius. Welcome, Maarten.
Thanks, Melanie.
Today, we will be discussing integrated systems and how Tech Genius can help you to do that. So, Maarten, often companies spend a lot of time and effort and money in CRM packages, in accounting packages, but in my opinion, operations often is neglected. Would you agree with that?
Yes, Melanie, I think that's a very true statement. Do you mind if I share my screen with you? Because I sort of think in pictures and I like scribbling when I'm talking to you.
Absolutely.
Okay, so let's have a quick look here. I'm just going to open Paint here and scribble a little bit. So we spoke about this in our previous video as well, just about the kind of systems that people have in their business. So we did mention last time that CRM is something that a lot of businesses tend to invest in, with the hope that it's going to have a massive impact on their business. But then you've got operations, which is often completely neglected, and that's actually so important to have a happy client, and which turns into a walking advert. That's a big smile, by the way. But that turns into a walking advertisement for your business. So yeah, you mentioned rightly so that CRM is a popular sort of thing that people invest in, and I can't really see how these days you can run your business without an accounting package. So if I can just throw upset the apple cart a little bit, I'm not sure how many businesses have actually considered to not use a CRM system, or use a very basic free CRM system, or to replace their CRM system just with a basic spreadsheet, and rather invest in an operational system instead. Now, something that I just want to note, there's nothing wrong with using different systems in your business and having different programs. But it's something that is a bit of a danger when you do these things, that you end up with things sitting in silos. So your accounting system is completely independent from all your operational systems. So if you have a client over here, you end up having to create a client in your accounting system. You have to create that entire, that client in your operational system. Then you need to go into your CRM system, and every time you have an opportunity with that client, you need to go create a new opportunity. And things can get, you're doing work 3 times where you could have done it once. Mm-hmm. So just on that topic, what you can actually do with these systems, if you choose the correct one, is to sort of connect them to each other, have them communicate with each other, so you don't have to sit with this duplication of work. And things getting out of sync with the information being different in your different systems. And we do that for every system. You have something that we call an API, which basically allows these systems to be glued together as such. So you can have an API over there, and you can have an API over there, and you can have an API over there, and these things start communicating with each other.
Okay, Maarten, just stop right there. APIs. What is an API and how does it work?
Okay, sure. So I'm just gonna, so an API is an abbreviation for Application Programming Interface. So I'm just gonna try draw a little picture over here. It's pretty much like, let's say, for example, you have 2 countries. Let's say you have South Africa here and you've got the US over there. Doesn't look at all like US, but anyway. So if these 2 countries, you're not going to go and the president of the US, everybody's not going to have his telephone number and anybody can call him and just have a conversation with him. Similarly, the president of South Africa is also not just everybody has his telephone number, you can talk to him. What will typically happen is you'll have an embassy over here and you'll have an embassy over here, and the embassies can talk to each other. And the US is not going to give you access to the FBI's database and say, take whatever information you want, and it's a free-for-all situation. You first have to say what information you require, why do you require it, who are you, do you have clearance levels, etc., etc. And that's pretty much what an API is. It's basically a middleman something that you can get out information out of behind the scenes systems, but they restrict what you have access to depending on your user rights. So so the one thing is protecting information. So you'll have an API over here and you'll have a database over there containing all kinds of sensitive information. You'll have an API over here and you'll also have a database over here. There's also another thing that is quite important, is the fact that, let's say there's a table sitting over here that's called clients, and you want to rename this to customers, for example. The API doesn't, if the API call was, listen here, please give me client information, you can change the database structures behind the scenes and it doesn't affect your API. So it gives you a little bit of freedom also in terms of changing things behind the scenes. Your communication protocol just stays the standard the same way. So everything's connected. You can do the exact same communication as before. It doesn't even know of these changes that happens behind the scenes.
So Maarten, integrated systems, would you say that in the long run, it could save you more money than instead of working in silos? And also, how do you customize it for your clients? Does it grow with your clients? Do you adjust it along the way to meet their specific requirements, or how does it work?
Sure. So in terms of cost, there are some things that you will basically you won't reinvent the wheel. I mean, it doesn't make sense to redevelop an accounting system. But let's say in terms of, let's say you have CRM operations and accounting, most of these systems are cloud-based systems where you pay, you could pay per user, for example. So if I just look at an example, let's say you have 500 Rand a user and you have 20 users. Okay, so that's, comes to 10,000 Rand a month, 12 months, 120,000 Rand a year. If you start looking at a 5-year picture of a staff complement of about 5 people, you're talking about 600,000. So if you have 3 systems, you start talking about an expense of 1.8 million Rand over 5 years. And the thing is, that is just money, you don't own anything. You don't own the system. You were just renting the system for that period of time. So, now you have to start thinking, what happens if you rather invest that money in your own system? Because if you can use a system out there that does everything that you need and is as flexible, can cater for the way that your business evolves, and you don't have to change systems and get additional systems, then great. But that sort of tends to be the exception to the rule. I mean, the alternative is that we develop a system for the specific business, custom fit, custom design around their specific needs. And also the other thing is you can also evolve the system as your business evolves. And if you want to make any modifications, it's not something where you sit within the confines of a system that was designed to be one size fits all. And, if they don't see your need as being relevant to the thousands of other customers that they have, they're not going to implement it for you.
Wow, Maarten, insightful as always. And until next time, stay safe, stay tuned, and don't forget to visit techgenius.co.za.